Good news, I found some more Brainrot memes in my camera roll that I want to show you guys. Hello and welcome to another episode of Soup Saturday. My name is Rec, and today we've got another soup for you. The soup of the day is chili mac, beans, macaroni, pasta, and meat. I'm pretty excited for this soup. This is going to be fire. Macaroni and chili, great combination. And while we try out that soup, we're going to take a look at some memes that I found in my camera roll that were just kind of there. Now let's try this soup. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. First bite, this is great. This is also a really heavy soup. This is super loaded. It's definitely more of like a chili, just with like some macaroni sprinkled in it. I'm not complaining though. I'm a big chili and macaroni fan, so this is great. First up, we have 5 ways to appear taller. 1, mannequin head on top of your head. 2, giraffe shoes. 3, torso extensions. 4, hover ominously. Or 5, go back to 3rd grade. Am big boy. Imagine just standing on the head of 2 giraffes and just kind of using them as shoes and just being like 30 feet up in the air. I don't really know how tall giraffes get, but like, I'm pretty sure they've got to be around like 30 feet, right? Now, that torso extension idea, it's not really that far off from that leg extension surgery that people keep getting, where these short people keep just spending thousands of dollars to break their leg bones and just have them extended so they can be like an inch taller. I do have a secret for you guys, though. As somebody who personally is 6'8", if you just get a bunch of milk, right, invest in a lot of calcium, invest in a lot of milk, you just get that, inject it straight into your leg bones, it'll just make you taller. It'll take a little bit of time. You just got to do it for a while. That's what I did. That's how I got so tall. You just got to literally just get milk, inject it directly into your bones. You'll just be tall. You don't even need to break your bones to do it. Oh my God. I just literally want to sit here and eat this soup. This is great. Chili and macaroni. What do you do for fun? I like to go on Amazon and zoom in on Halloween costumes. These Amazon photos just kind of remind me of like those stock images, specifically the ones of like older people that are doing stock images where they just kind of look awkward and they don't really know what they're doing, but they know somebody's taking a photo of them. It kind of reminds me of that. I do, however, like that they at least got somebody to be in the photos, or, you know, to just be in the costumes for the photos, so that way they didn't just have like this limp costume just kind of in a pile on the floor. But these people just kind of look scared. Like, they look like they're just, you know, they work for Amazon, they work for like maybe $1 an hour, and this is the prison that they've been put in, is just this costume, and they just can't escape. Their soul has been, you know, given to Jeff Bezos, stuck in this costume for all eternity. This is their prison now. It smells great, tastes fantastic. I love this soup. When the class doesn't maintain silence, so you pull out a silencer. The clock doesn't dismiss you, the Glock does. This is basically just how I imagine all, you know, American schools are nowadays. I'm out of school, but I'm just picturing every teacher just having, you know, a silenced pistol just in their drawer at all times. Specifically probably just for the students that misbehave. It honestly kind of makes sense though. We have school shootings like every other day in this country because nobody really seems to care about kids. So I guess this is kind of just one of those like, if you can't beat them, join them kind of things. But in my opinion, human beings should have really never had access to guns or just weapons in general because we're just all terrible. But at this point, I guess this is what we've have to resort to. But I will say that I do appreciate the wordplay here. This is basically how teachers treat, the clock and the bell at the end of the day. They just never let you leave on time. Oh, yeah. Gotta mix up the chili with the mac. Mix up the chili mac. We finally got a good one. Me going back for a second bowl of some exquisite Cinnamon Toast Crunch at midnight. I will say this. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is an absolutely underrated cereal. That cereal is fantastic. Pro tip, if you put Cinnamon Toast Crunch on vanilla ice cream, it's even better. It's immaculate. If anyone here has ever seen Jimmy Neutron, then you kind of know that the art style is kind of wild, especially for the time that it was made. But specifically this image of him just having this little chicken body has haunted me my entire life. I don't really know who decided that this was a good idea to just make him look like this for whatever episode this was in. But I've pretty much had this image ingrained in my brain, just in, the recesses of my brain, as long as I can remember. This has traumatized me forever. I absolutely hate this image where he just has this little weird chicken body. Along with that weird chicken alien movie. The whole show just kind of has a weird aesthetic to it. Why do they look like that? Why did they make him look like that? This entire show was just pure nightmare fuel for, me as a child. And a lot of the other old just cartoons around this time just kind of had weird unhinged design choices. But I guess, whatever, someone thought they were cool. Macaroni. 100% honest with you when I say this, I could eat 5 cans of this soup. British. Hey guys, we developed a thing called the metric system. Americans. Adult deer are as tall as a bicycle. They weigh as much as 800 hamburgers. I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned this before in another episode, but I wish that Americans would just kind of follow what everybody else is doing and just kind of join the metric system, because having these weird, crazy measurements for things is really kind of difficult sometimes, especially as somebody who's not good with numbers. There's a reason that I, am filming myself eating soup. I'm not good with math or numbers in general. I'm kind of getting tired of these just random things that we use as measurements over here. We might as well just use hot dogs instead, because at least they're long and skinny like rulers. So I'm sure you can kind of standardize that somehow with a literal raw hot dog. I don't know. I just feel like the American school system has just kind of failed us. Me specifically, people who don't understand numbers, trying to convert, between metric and whatever the American system is kind of a nightmare sometimes. I just wish it was simplified. Either way, this is crazy. 800 hamburgers, that's a lot of hamburgers. Very strong chili flavor in this. If you like chili, this is a fantastic soup. We have no names. Name us and the contract will be sealed. Buy us and name us. What happens when you finally name them? Do you just kind of sign a little blood contract and then they just kind of haunt you forever? Or is it they just kind of come alive and just become little leprechaun goblin things that just kind of run around your house and cause just absolute chaos every day? This is a really ominous way to kind of package your stuff to sell. But I guess, interesting marketing definitely appeals to somebody. Somebody probably thinks that this is cool. I just think it's kind of scary because who knows what's going to happen. I'm sure there's a lot of people that, just really want to summon leprechauns to just have them run around their house. Aw, yeah. I love every time I get to take a bite of this. This is a fantastic soup. It's got a good mix. You got some beans. The sauce is great. The meat, I don't know what meat's in it, but whatever meat is in this, immaculate. It tastes fantastic. I know I've said fantastic a lot. I don't know what else to say. It's great. I love it. This is Todd. Half frog, half cabbage. He has all their strengths and none of their weaknesses. Surrender now. You can't fool me. I've been a Pokemon fan for my entire life. I know that Todd is just a Bulbasaur in real life, alright? That's basically all Bulbasaur is just a head of cabbage mixed with a frog. This is what I'm picturing, that like, if Pokemon were a real thing, I wouldn't think that they would look like, you know, how they do in like the Pikachu movie or whatever. This is how I'm picturing them, is to just be an animal that's been fused with some random thing. So like we got the frog with the cabbage and just, you know, maybe like a salamander with like a candle. This is how I'm picturing them. This is way more realistic to me. If Pokemon were real, I'm convinced that this is how they would look. You know, they're definitely just going to be like weird little hybrid animals where they're just 90% of whatever the random object is. So in this case, just 90% cabbage ball. Honestly, it'd be really funny though to just kind of see a ball of cabbage with just like arms and legs just kind of hopping around. It has to be like an accurate size though. There's no way that they're going to be like big like the cartoons where they're like, the Bulbasaur is like 3 feet tall, 4 feet tall. It's definitely going to be like this big. I think there's like little chunks of tomato in here. They're pretty good. As somebody who doesn't really like tomato, they're not bad. Reminder that my roommate once painted Alexander Hamilton as a ham. You're telling me that your roommate painted this? This is a phenomenal painting. Painting, I've tried painting and it's a pretty hard skill to try to do. Like I can draw and stuff, but painting has always been kind of hard. So the fact that your roommate can paint on this level is pretty good. It's also kind of cool that they can kind of just take whatever they think of and just make it into a painting like this. Ham Alexander Hamilton. This is another one that could kind of basically just be a Pokemon. You know, if we just start fusing human beings instead of animals with just random objects. So you just get like, you know, we could just get like Kevin Bacon and just make him into a strip of bacon and just put his little face on there. That would be kind of funny. It has to be pun related though. They can't just be like random. We need to make an entire painting Pokedex of just, you know, human beings with funny last names or funny names fused with the object that their name is kind of like related to. I might honestly just finish the soup right in front of you guys. I'll save that a little bit for later. Now let's talk about this soup. Chili mac, beans, pasta, macaroni, and meat. This is a fantastic soup. It's a pretty good mix. It's kind of pretty much just chili, but with like some macaroni sprinkled into it, but it's not bad. It's definitely way better than like, if you get like a Wendy's chili, I don't know if anybody's ever had the Wendy's chili. The Wendy's chili is just okay. This is a great chili. For being chili out of a can rather than fresh, obviously fresh chili is better any day of the week, but for being out of a can and having macaroni in it, it's a great combination. It tastes good. It's got a good mix to it. The flavor is good. I like whatever the sauce is. It's more kind of like a sauce texture than like a soup texture. It's not really watery, but it's just kind of like whatever sauce they put in chili. I don't know. I feel like I used the word sauce wrong, but like, it's not watery. It's not like soupy. It kind of is, but to me it feels more like a sauce. But you got meat, you got beans. What meat is in this? Seasoned cooked beef and pork crumble. So yeah, this is a great soup. I highly recommend it, especially if you like macaroni or chili. This is a good just soup to just kind of have in your cabinet. I'm definitely going to buy like 20 cans of this. I want to give this soup a rating. I want to give it like a 9.5. Wow. 10 feels tough. I want to give it a 10, but I feel like I got to reserve the 10 for something like really special. This comes very close though. I'm a very big fan of this soup. We're going to give it a 9.5, maybe a 9.75. Can I do like a 9.75? I want to give it a 10, but I'm just scared to give it a 10. I feel like I gotta reserve the 10 out of 10 for a very like phenomenal soup. This is pretty up there though. This is up there. But that's gonna about do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe below. Check out some of the other videos we've got coming out. We got a new soup every week, trying out a new soup, checking out some things I found on the internet. I'm just here to try out soup and yap with you guys. So leave comments below, come hang out, maybe leave me some suggestions. Show me some things, send me some things that you want to talk about. We're building the soup community. Check us out on Instagram, Spotify. We're on all kinds of social media. And definitely, like I said, definitely check out the soup. I highly recommend it. It's a great soup. I love it. This is probably like one of my top 3 soups. But thank you again for watching. My name is Rec, and this has been Soup Saturday. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. The macaroni in this is so good. I honestly want to just go buy like 10 more cans of this right now. Macaroni in chili. Whoever came up with this, an absolute genius.